State University Rams men's basketball program. In the center of our podium is head coach Cinco Boone. On the far side, the coach's right, is Stedman Allen. Stedman is a senior forward from Bronx, New York. On the near side is Omari Gudul. Omari is a senior forward from Kinshasa, Congo. Coach, first, your impressions on a championship game that saw Midwestern State come out swinging, so to speak, from the start, and your guys were just in kind of fight-back mode throughout the game.
Yeah, I think we had to expend a lot of energy, trying to get back into the basketball game. And to me, I thought we did a good job of getting to the free throw line tonight. The first half, I thought we got there, and we just kind of missed some untimely free throws that could have kind of kept it close. And we'd work hard to get a basket, and we'd get fouled, and we couldn't convert, and we'd have to come down. And Stevens obviously had a great tournament and had a great day today. We just didn't have an answer for him, and with him getting the buckets, we were just playing from behind. And an 8-point lead at halftime, I thought we'd come back and battle, and again, we just had a kind of a hard time containing Stevens, and playing from behind is always kind of tough. Kind of put some pressure on us. I think we missed some bunnies that, we just had a lot of pressure on ourselves and weren't just relaxing and finishing some plays.
You mentioned the bunnies missed. You were able to stay in the game largely because over half of your rebounds were offensive, 22 offensive rebounds. The gentleman on your right had 10 of them.
Yeah, I can't say enough about these seniors, and I mean, what a game was Stedman. You could tell really from the second half against the Tarleton game, with the energy that he brought out and the fight that he wanted to be one of the guys that was going to cut a net down. And I thought that today he played with that same kind of passion and really did a good job as a senior for us today.
Stedman, we'll start with you. You had a double-double, 14 points, a game-high 19 rebounds, 10 of them on the offensive end. Talk about the play under the boards.
I was just trying to play hard for my team. I was just trying to play hard for my team.
Omari, you had 15 points, 9 rebounds, one shy of a double-double. Like Stedman, you were inside the paint most of the time. Talk a little bit about what it was like under the boards.
It was just a fight down there, they're big. The bigs are like strong and everything. We just got to fight and trying to go for the rebound. It was just like Stay said, we was trying to play hard for the team.
Questions for the Rams?
Coach, you always talked about how this team never wants to give up or has that constant fight. I think from the boards and these two guys battling down there, just talked about how they, even though the scoreboard was what it was, they kept fighting throughout the entire game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of the MO of this team. Doesn't matter any kind of deficit, they're going to fight back, come back. And that, to me, that's how these guys have been all season long. That's how they were again today. That's how they'll be in the next game we play, hopefully, if we get an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament.
Sure, it's not the result that you guys wanted, obviously, but for you guys to come this far as your first year as a head coach and a brand new crop of guys, just to see how they all came together and got this far at the least.
Personally, I'm very humbled, because when these guys all decided to sign on board with a first-year head coach, and so many new guys, that's humbling to me that they trusted me to be their coach and their mentor. And they all came to summer school, and they've been working hard, and they've really put in a lot of time. And we've had some peaks and some valleys and along the way. And so to get to this right here, to the championship game of the tournament, and to have the record that we do, and again, if you're looking at the last regional ranking, I think we'll be in, and I'm hoping that we will be, but I just hadn't been coaching long enough at the Division II level to know that that's guaranteed in there. But I can't say enough about how proud that we are of our program at Angelo State, and I appreciate all the work that's been put into it by these guys, these 10, 11 guys.
Moving forward, Coach, what's the biggest thing you can take away from this tournament going forward?
Well, I felt like yesterday you could really see the excitement of this team, and you could really see there's some pictures on Facebook of all of our guys huddled around one another, and I think we really kind of grew a little bit up here. This is just a great facility. The Lone Star Conference, just a classy thing, and I think they all kind of came together up here and really kind of bonded. And then if you go in here, I mean, obviously you see these guys with their frowns, and you go in that locker room and you see the hurt. You know, to me, that's going to be what's going to fuel us in the next 7, 8, 9 days. Is we hopefully, again, I know I'm saying, but I'm hoping that we're in the NCAA tournament, and you know, to me, the next team, I think we're going to be focused for them.
Stedman, just as a player, I know it's tough to talk about right now, but just, you know, how tough was this tournament from your perspective?
It was really tough. First 2 games, I didn't I didn't play well. I didn't shoot the ball well. And looking from the stats today, I didn't shoot the ball well. And it's really hard on me being a senior, and the juniors, you know, they look up to me, including the seniors, and not to play my best, you know. It's really tough. And you know, coach been telling me, you know, stop taking a lot of this, you know, don't take the pressure off, and just relax and, you know, rely on your teammates. And I felt like I grew as a person and as a player, as far as like playing unselfish and looking for other players, and knowing when everything doesn't go my way, when adversity hits me, how to handle it. So, you know, I grew as a person today, and that's the most important thing. And like Coach said, you know, we'll go back to the drawing board and get ready for the next opponent if we get the opportunity.
Omari, you and Trey made have a great honor making all conference. Just talk about how your game has grown throughout the season and just growing with Coach Boone over this season.
You know, I've been Coach Boone for 3 years now. You know, and you know, it's just been putting a lot of time in my game. You know, trying to get me to play better and everything. You know, he got confidence in me. You know, he trusts me, put me in the starting lineup and everything. And you know, we just work hard in practice. And you know, Trey came in this year. You know, he did the same thing. You know, we all bought in and just decided to do whatever we can to help our team. You know, we all seniors and this is our last ride, and you know, we just can't hold nothing back. You know, we got to give it all.
Stedman, a lot of teams come into the tournament when they lose for the seniors, their college career is over. But you guys, you'll go to the regionals, and it looks like you'll get a fairly decent seed as well. So you've still got basketball left to play. Tell us, you know, the focus on that. Coach alluded to it a little earlier.
Well, you know, I'm excited about that. It just sucks, you know. I never won a championship game ever in my entire life, and I've never been a part of a 20+ win team. You know, as a senior, you know, this is, you know, you want to get a ring, so it just sucks. But you know, we're just gonna go back to the drawing board and just take whatever happened this game, the mistakes we made, and you know, make a change.
Any more questions for the Rams?
What was tough about Stevens' mid-range game, which, you know, the first time they played you, it was Capri down low, and y'all kind of solved that, and then you got into Fuller's body and didn't let him dominate tonight. But what was hard to get Stevens contained? Because he'd get past your first level and then shoot the floater before the shot blocker got there.
Yeah, you know, and it has. I mean, Midwestern's got a very talented team, you know, and they got a lot of different weapons, and I think they have a team that can play a lot of different ways. They're so athletic, they can get up and down in transition. If you get them in the half-court game, they can pound it into Alston. And then, you know, you got an explosive guy in Stevens that, you know, to me, watching him kind of all season long, it's, you know, he's going to get his shots, you know, from the point guard. He's going to get probably double-figure shots. And you really don't want him getting to his left because he's pretty handy going to his left. And I thought we just did a poor job. They would go on the pick and roll from the right side of the floor to the left, and we just didn't do a good job of keeping him going from where he wanted to get to. And by the time we were trying to get our guard back in front of him, he was already down the lane. And, you know, his floater was on point tonight, I mean, over and over again. But, you know, to me, I felt like that was kind of us not making him try to put the ball back into his right hand.
Did this tournament, with the way it's set up, and, you know, you get a tough back-to-back here, but with your experience coaching last year when you handled that back-to-back then in the regional, does it kind of get you ready for next Saturday, Sunday? You know, where you have to win 2 tough games in 28 hours?
Yes, sir. I mean, I think so. I mean, you know, whenever I mean, obviously we were thrilled when we got the 2 seed and knew that if we could win against Kingsville that we'd have a day off to prepare. But, you know, really it's good to be able to, you know, really as a team and as a staff to know that you're going to play, and if you win, you're going to go back to the hotel. You're going to get video ready, and you know, we tape a floor down on meeting rooms of a hotel. Yeah, we tape a court down on a meeting room of a hotel, and we'll walk through some things, you know, and get a milkshake afterwards. And but that's good that they got to do that in this trip. You know, if you lose the first round, you don't get that experience of staying 2 or 3, 4 days and getting that feel. So hopefully we have several more games to go, and we'll get to do that again and go back, prepare, drink milkshakes, and take the floor down.
Any more questions? Well, gentlemen, it was an exciting run. It's been a great season so far. I know it's not over. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.